Hello gamers and welcome to today's review of the Felice. I decided to wait a little bit with it before not releasing at the same time as the other streamers did, because I simply wanted to wait before it got buffed to then see how good it's really gonna be. That's kind of what I wanted to wait for, so I can give you a more, like, how to say, relevant review, I would almost say, because playing something before it gets buffed, like, it's hard to say how good it's going to be after exactly. So we're going to try it anyways. 480 damage, 310 heat pen, it's very slow velocity. And then this one, of course, good velocity, less pen, and then 63 pen on the HE. I will play this tank like a turret. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I like doing these kind of reviews without really looking too much in depth onto the tank, just like pure gameplay. And then feeling out like how much do I like the tank. This bloom is massive, or like it feels massive at least. I'll hold the angle against the guy peeking from here. This feels like a really big bloom for turning, but okay. I'm waiting for somebody to make a mistake and push up. The phase is not gonna be doing that. He might though. It's unlikely, however, for him to make a mistake there. They don't look like they're challenging south either. So seeing as there's nothing challenging here, I may want to make just one peek towards this one, just to get a shot of damage. That is a lot of damage though, 506 immediately out of that. You gotta be careful when you do something like this, because, you know, as long as the face isn't spotted, he could be relocating back towards you to shoot you. So we take that as a warning that Gonzalo might be spotting if somebody's coming, so we're gonna take that into account as well. Can't shoot that. But yeah, I'm afraid of the phase just coming to peek me. And I'm gonna already do something. I'm gonna destroy this sideways building there. HE, of course, knocks out the building in one go. And we're doing that so we can actually get shots on the people behind the church when they reverse too much, like the squad I just did. We'll put a blind. Maybe it hits, maybe it doesn't. It looks like it may have hit, actually. I'm not sure if he was full HP before or not. I have a shot on him again. This is gonna be an interesting gun. I can already tell you that much. The gun feeling very, very interesting. Anyway, come on, do something, type. Scorado? No. Back to the type. I don't think he knows that he's in trouble. Come on. Come on. Do we try for this? Issue is that we hit him, so now he knows that we're shooting his direction. Squad shootable, however. Dude, this gun is fantastic. Oh my god, what a slinger. What an actual slinger. It seems like a very interesting gun for a medium tank. I don't know about you, but I find this a very interesting medium tank gun, to be honest. This gun feels more like a heavy than it does a medium. And the size of it is more of a heavy than it is a medium. I guess only by Wargaming's definition is it a heavy. But yeah, starting it off, not too much damage, not really getting anything going for me just yet. Maybe I have a blind, but that's also it. A little lucky there. I didn't think they were going to push up on this part of the map. But they are. I really didn't expect that pressure over there. I would like them to do it again, because this time around at least I'm ready for it, you know? But even that is looking unlikely at this moment in time. Gonzalo's in the dip, so he should have some spots. But so far our game here has been less than successful. I don't really want to pick that corner too much. Because he's spotted. That's the face that's missing. We had a nice big alpha though against the phase. I mean, 528 is you know, that's a hit that can count, to be honest. But outside of that, not really much happening over here. They're trying to kill the T-30. I don't know if they're succeeding at it right now or not. Not gonna be a busy on the other angle. He dies. Probably was over peeking. I could try to run away. and go back. Nope. There's a guy sitting in the base bushes. Right there. Maybe. Or I'm getting spotted from there, which I'm not sure I could be. My turret is sticking out. So the phase moved back. That leaves only the BZ. The BZ could definitely be here. Let's be real. 146. That is a trade that I will take any day of the week. I'm gonna actually switch over as well to my hold on position again and hope that the 430 overpeaks. Yes, she will. We got a shot for that also. Good pen, because it's 2k damage. And so far, yeah, I mean, this thing hits like a truck, but the turret doesn't seem to be that good either. So we give him a shot. I mean, it does really like hit hard though. I mean, 480, sorry, on a tier 9 medium is a really interesting combination of things, to be honest, if you think about it. Like, it's a medium tank with more alpha than the heavies of its tier almost. Like, I'm really trying to understand the decision making behind this being a medium and what characteristics this really has of a medium, because it doesn't feel very fast. It doesn't drive very fast. It doesn't have great camo either. View range, I didn't even check. So keeping all of those things into account, it's really a weird tank so far. And you gotta remember, this is a tier 9, so we're aiming, I don't know, like, let's say, let's be realistic. Let's aim for like 3 to 4k, somewhere in that range per battle. Would be pretty decent, I would say. BZ was speaking. He no longer is though. He doesn't want to mess with us. I think he even fired. That is one of the TDs. I want to cross over. I would like my T55A to go here. I'll knock over this. Let's see. Boom. 486. So another nice roll. We pull back so the char doesn't spot us when he's retreating. Exactly like that. That way we don't reveal our position too early. We can peek him ourselves. Unless he's still below the dip. And not revealing our position has gone pretty well for us here, because the BZ is just boosting across into my poor Y. BZ bounces. They could push him back, that'd be huge. I'm not sure what's happening there. Except for that they're making love to one another. I'm gonna pick the face. Kill him. And now let's go mess with the BZ. And this battle's starting pretty good overall. I really just find this being more of a heavy than it is a medium. Like, my entire thoughts so far is this is a heavy tank. You know, like, the alpha feels like a heavy. The mobility feels like a heavy. It even looks like a heavy. It looks like a fat Bisonte, you know? A Bisonte that lived in America for too long. Like, I don't know, bro. Let's load an HE shell, though, because I want to see how much this thing is going to put out in terms of... Oh my god, man. Like, dude, this gun is really... This is a heavy gun, bro. And I mean, like a heavy tank gun, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing that makes me feel like this tank has characteristics of a medium. Let me know in the comments down below what characteristics this tank has that make it a medium. I think that one hit at least. I'm very curious how much alpha I've done with that as well, because it is a 600 alpha high explosive. So yeah, it hits hard, but I don't know. I think this again will be very hard to play for most players, because this feels like a heavy and not a medium. Which means you have to go play on heavy tank positions, or more towards heavies. You have to brawl with this. Like, you cannot not brawl with this tank, to be honest. If you're not brawling, then what are you really doing? Ah, we get that shot as well. It goes dead center. So 4.5 in this battle. I feel like I was getting farmed still by the 430, which has good heat pen even through the turret. So that already makes me worried for when you're going to be playing against full tier 10s, that it's going to be hardcore getting penned in the turret. We'll see later. 5.6, nice blind shots actually. Type 61. We have a blind for 507, and the Waffentrager We hit him for 581, so pretty good start on the first game. Ooh. Battle number 2 giving us Airfield. I will play the HP turbo setup. And now I don't even remember if this was the setup that I played in battle number 1. Either way, I'm going to include all the technical... I'm going to try to include all the technical details at the very end. The one that people, you know, don't always care about. At the very end, and just focus on the gameplay now. So we got Airfield. There's another Felice in this battle. I guess he used gold to get it out. I probably could have used the stab setup on this though, to be honest. But let's see. Let's see what's still possible. We want to give our first shot to somebody crossing. That's what we want to do on Airfield. I absolutely despise this map, but it's gonna be a good test to see how this tank performs when played on close range and just on turret and a bit on hull, if we can actually manage to make it work, or it's gonna be a disaster. We're definitely switching to heat here. There's a T69 with a small gun in front of us. There's a 53 TP with a small gun in front of us. It's almost like it's paid MM, CC matchmaking. But either way, we bounce the 53 TP. And what makes this tank, or is going to make this tank playable for most people, is the part where, okay, so far my turret seems to be bouncing, but that's AP shells mainly, is the alpha, right? For most people, this will be not terrible performance-wise because high alpha guns, it's not very hard to have a good game in them. And that goes for literally any gun with high alpha. Because of the, I mean, the difficulty level to play high alpha guns is lower than, for example, something like a Skoda T50 because it does 320 alpha. You have to get your clip out. This, you just shoot once, bomb 500, you know. That is a redeeming factor for this tank, I know. Like, it's very much a redeeming factor. If this had low alpha with this gun handling, I mean, first of all, they probably wouldn't do that. That would be too much, but I think you understand where I am coming from right now. So the 53 TP is not peaking anymore. They have a try on the B line. I would love to pressure this, but I can't really pressure this because I'm going to get crossfired, but I would love to pressure up. T69 is going from below though, which means I'm going to cross over. I'll take one from the Nurgle. I'll take one from the IS-3 as well, because I am a team player and I wanted my other Felice to get a shot of damage as well. That is just me. I am a team player. T69 looking to peek. Okay, Nomad fired. Move on to the Nurgle. Can't peek this again. The Nomad is on the edge there. Unless the KPZ takes a shot now. Which I don't know if the Nurgle fired or not. Sorry, if the... Oof. Nomad fired or not. Okay, so let's go back now towards the other corner again. If KPZ doesn't want to peek, then I will peek. Maybe I shouldn't have peeked, just saying. Maybe I should let somebody else speak. This Felice, okay. This IS-3 is indeed just hiding. There's a Nurgle behind me as well. I'd love to peek him, but I'm afraid of the Nomad. There's not too much damage left here. The Waffen trigger on the edge though. An IS-3 starting to peek. I can go with my teammates and aim at the IS-3 for now. In the hopes that he makes an overcommitment. He doesn't want to. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. No? No, he doesn't want to overcommit right now. I still have to deal with the Nomad, which... I missed. We saw the splash of this. I don't... Oh, wait. The Nurgle's pushing up. Gun handling not working in my favor in that part of the map. Okay. Pressure this side a little bit over here. Kill the Crimson Panzer. Gotta be careful now from the Waffenträger. Don't feel like dying just yet. There's a 704 unspotted as well. He doesn't have any kills. 301. Okay, we'll just call that a low roll or something along those lines. He's still gonna get shots from the guys at the back, so he has to move back. He doesn't have a choice. I'm waiting until I'm D-spotted. T69 running away. Nurgle running away. Okay, there we go. And the question is, can I peek from above? Without getting blasted. Oh my. Oh my, with the sideways gun depression is non-existent by the looks of things. Like legit non-existing. You can give a shot there, he should die for this. Okay, I see a will kill him. Was not the play for him, so that's the Scorpion, there's the Waffenträger, T69. So we do get 3.6, nonetheless. Really not an easy tank to play though, because of the gun handling. Frontal gun depression feels fine though, I don't want to drop off from this. See the Waffenträger, but I want to go down. The 704 went to drown himself. Very good. Well played, Mr. 704. It's very important to drown yourself at the end of the game, guys. Do not give an opportunity to the enemies to kill you. Make sure you end it yourself. I mean, 3.6, it could have been better in this game. It would have been better if 1-2 guys didn't drown. Let's put it that way. But not a bad game per se to showcase. Like, it's not going to be that easy, right, to play. Unless you hit that, of course, every single time. Looking at it, 3.6, still top of the board though, so overall not too bad of a game whatsoever on this tank. Alright, let's see what battle number 3 is going to get. We get another tier 8 battle, which is again pretty lucky. CCMM, yip yap, all of that stuff. We're going to be rocking the stab setup, let's do it that way. Because, you know, we need it. We need it. But yeah, I think this tank against tier 10 will still get shredded. I'm pretty sure we're going to look at the turret. We're going to look at it like versus like 320 heats. So for example, the KPZ tier 10 heavy, which is roughly what a lot of heavies have, for example, and not even close to what TDs have for that matter. But if the turret turns green against those, then we know that this will be a very hard tank to play in tier 10 matchmaking, no matter what. Gun depression is fine, of course, but I still think this will be a very, very hard tank to play, nonetheless, from the looks of things, and that people won't be enjoying the gun handling too much. I feel like it handles worse than a 60p, and a 60p has 750 alpha, which is tier 10, of course, but you understand my point, yeah? However, let's see. Let's see what we can do. In this, we're gonna go left because this is already here, and I'm gonna reiterate what I said about the 1-2 rework. I liked it on paper, and I like playing it, but I don't think it's good for the map whatsoever. The issue is that once you take over the higher positions, like for example the one that I have now, the enemy team ends up just dying too quickly altogether. They make cupola. Also, this cupola is pretty big, just saying. If you haven't noticed, it's indeed very large. And once you steamroll through, you just like kill them all on the corner as well. So we give a shot there, first shot of damage. This is going to be a steamroll game from both sides, from both enemy team and my team. We're going to be steamrolling either way. The Char is going to try and escape. He will escape as well. Good driving by him. Taking only one for that. I don't know if I get there on time for a second shot. Depends if he tries to go over the rails or not. A smart little Charfator. Driving intelligently. Good on him. Let's reload back towards APCR. Gonna keep pressuring this part of the map for a while. Char is gonna be spotted for a while. That I think is the Blask spotting us from the base. All of their TDs are spotted mainly. I don't spot the Char. I do spot the Indian Panzer. Don't pen the Indian Panzer. Interesting. I guess the Char also went towards there because I feel like I would have, or somebody would have spotted him trying to run away. Waffenträger falls. I think that one hit. My teammates are continuing the push. I want to do the... the Char did stay. I did not hit the Indian Panzer, so I'm still on one shot of damage. 194. Shooting on range with this gun is not going to be a blessing whatsoever. It's just not going to be very enjoyable. And we do not have any damage so far. Everybody's dying left, right, and everywhere. I would love to pressure this myself as well. I'm going to do it nonetheless. I know that there's a charge for tour there, but it is whatever. The Blask is running away. I'd like to look through the bush. It's going to make the aiming part a little bit easier. Armor not hit. Okay, it's also always fun as well. So the char is not running. I'm going to try and get something out of this. It's a hard game. I'm definitely getting penned. Pen back, that's good. The 600, the PTA is right there. Blask is running away. We gotta be careful. They still have a decent amount of HP, and they may still have a lot of HP left in the guys that are spotted at this moment in time. So let's slow it down a little bit and make sure that we can get something out of this battle. Carry spotted. Give a shot, 496. Very good. Even tracking him, dropping him down. This is all very good. PTA spotted. We'll reload heat. Give a shot to the Hori 2, 1.6. And that's what I'm going back to with Big Alpha. Big Alpha very easily brings back a game that looked to be out of your control, because in just a few shots you're on huge amounts of damage. And again, it's all down to Big Alpha. This YouTube video is sponsored by Big Alpha, giving you high damage games. And missing PTAs on 20 meters. Well, 200, 300 meters, 400 meters. You get the point. Thank you, RNG. This battle is also sponsored by RNG. The decision between a good game and a bad game, quite often brought to you by this company as well. Blask is gonna pull left. I'm gonna keep pulling left as well. I'm gonna load HE in. 310. It's okay if I hit the next HE, we're all fine. Dodge the carry. All good. Hit that one, turn towards the Blask. Actually push. No, sir, don't go in the open, don't go in the open. No. 3.7, I mean, still a pretty good game on this. There's a carry in front of us. And yeah, this tank, it feels okay to play because of the Big Alpha, but outside of that, I would say that it can be pretty annoying at times. I don't know how much people are going to enjoy this. Doesn't seem to be that good whatsoever. Finish off with a ram, clean, 3.8, and that will be the end of our final battle on this tank. Overall, thoughts, really interesting gun handling, Big Alpha, but it feels more like a heavy than it does a medium tank, to be honest. I think is the conclusion. Let's see what we got in the standings as well. In the standings, we can see top damage out of this battle. Making credits, missions, you know, I shot a lot of heat. I don't have boosters, personal boosters, clan boosters. So 3 games, 4.3. I'm pretty happy with that nonetheless. Now, if we look at the comparison against an E50, which is not the greatest DPM tank either, we can see that the Felice doesn't really seem to win out on much, except for Pen, of course. DPM is worse. Dispersion was only better during third traverse. It has more module damage, but outside of that, Felice losing against on basically everything except for effective traverse on soft, which is, you know, and you know, the camo. Okay, very cool. You can see clearly that the DPM is going to be a massive letdown on this tank. Dispersion as well as the gun handling we were talking about. However, 3D model versus an E50, which is a low tank, is pretty solid. When we look at it, when the tank is facing your way, there's not much that is being exposed, but the cupola is pretty big. And this is going to be very interesting how this upper part of the hull is almost always pennable, as you can see, this strip of armor. And that is going to cause a lot of random pens when people shoot towards your turret, but hit low and hit this. Not a fan of that. I think it's going to be very annoying for you. Now, of course, when we compare it versus 340 heat, and that's not even tank destroyers, we see what is going to be the most annoying part for this tank, right? The moment anybody has enough heat pen, it is going to be very, very easy for them to go through almost any part when you're looking straight at it, even penning the entire hull. So I stand by my point against tier 10s that load gold. This tank will get absolutely shredded if they're not already shredding you through the cupola. And I think that will be very, very annoying for most people to deal with. I just wanted to show you a little bit about the stats, talk a little bit about the stats. For me, it's mainly about gameplay. I just want to make sure that you understand what is going to happen if you are playing against tier 10s. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this review, and I'll see you guys all in the very next one. Thank you for chilling. Have a good one. Peace.